Welcome into Game Night. I am Derek Forrest. Joining me today on the show is Tiger Munn, who's out there in Ashburn, Virginia, as the Commanders. They're getting set for their third and final preseason game. They're going to be taking on the Baltimore Ravens a little bit later on this week on Friday at 6 p.m. And, of course, they've got the joint practice on Wednesday versus the Baltimore Ravens up in Owings Mills. Tiger, how you doing today?
I'm good, Derek. It's a nice, beautiful day out here in Ashburn. It's not too hot, and Larmy Tunsil actually had a little food trucks around here for media and most of the team that he was open for everybody, all free. So shout out to Larmy for that. But yeah, it was good. I got a nice little mango strawberry icy, delicious by the way. So I'm having a good day.
Larmy Tunsil put that together. How much did he eat? Did he throw it down, or was it just for the media?
I didn't see him out there, but. No, it was for like the players and stuff. They had us go in like cohorts and different groups, but I did see some, but I did not see Larmy out there.
Gotcha. All right. Let's talk a little bit about the Commanders. They're obviously coming off of their loss to the Detroit Lions on Saturday afternoon, but win or lose, it didn't really matter. We really wanted to see some reps out of the team, but honestly, before we get to that, like there was a little bit of an audible called by Dan Quinn and the staff. Like, we didn't even know that they were going to be practicing or we would be available to get to practice today until late yesterday. So it seems like they were probably coming off of their loss on Saturday thinking we've got some work to do as we get ready for the season. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, Derek, like you said, we all didn't know they were practicing until like late last night. I was on my way back from New York when I saw some of the texts saying that they're practicing tomorrow, which made my life a little bit easier. But yeah, I mean, Quinn was not happy with their performance on against Detroit, which he said in his opening press conference before practice. He just wanted to get a better look and get these guys refocused on the main goal, which is getting ready for the regular season. Now, the starters only played a short amount of time. Some of the guys did mention that, but it didn't matter. They all were on board with Quinn's decision. They were all on board with trying to get better. This is a competitive team. They're not going to shy away from competition. They're not going to shy away from what the hard thing is. They think they can get better from that, and so far it's shown. But players talking after practice about going from a walkthrough to now a full practice, and we're able to talk to a couple players.
I mean, I thought we was going to play more. I was frustrated. I was 3. But, you know, that's why he did this. Like, I appreciate that because we need to just as much reps as everybody else. Like, just for conditioning, getting our mind right, cohesion. Like, it's important to do that, and that's why he came out here. It was crisp. People were flying around, communicating. It was good.
It's always good to get extra work. You know, you look at things whether you win or lose, and a lot of, for defense, third downs, the run game, punching at the ball is probably the biggest thing we need to take away from it. So we need to continue to work on those things.
No, yeah, it seems with me great. You know, at the end of the day, we go off what DQ says. So you want to see some more, I'm going to give you more. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's the whole team's mindset, and we came out, had a great practice today.
All right, so those are the players there talking about coming out today and saying they'll get to work no matter what Dan Quinn wants, which is what you want to hear. That was Jalen Lane there talking at the end. But now when we look back at Saturday's game versus Detroit, what did you see out of this team, Tiger?
I think there's a lot. I think this is a team still moving. I'll say that, not in any direction, but I think this is a team still moving. I mean, let's put all this in perspective. They have an entirely new staff, pretty much except for Quinn. Yes, these guys were here in years previous. I'm talking about the offensive coordinator, but David Blau. But it's still a different style. It's still a different way of coaching. It's still different. So, yeah, they're not going to have it all in the second round of competition that they see. They're not going to have it all in the second preseason game that everyone's there for. So it's going to take a little bit. I think about a third preseason game, we can kind of get a better idea of where this team is at, and I think Dan Quinn calling the audible today kind of shows you where this team is at. They do know they need a little bit of work. I will say too that you kind of heard it in a little bit of those sound bites, but Coleman, Leo Chanel, both exhausted coming off the field, so it shows you just how much work they were getting. Those guys could barely form a sentence because of how much they were breathing, but that just shows you how much work is being put in here in camp, and that should give Commanders fans some confidence knowing that these guys are out here working. They're not just dilly-dallying or do things for the sake of it.
Yeah, yeah, and I obviously watched that game on Saturday, and one of the takeaways, especially from the first two games, is exactly that. It was the amount of takeaways that they've gotten in the first two games because they didn't get a lot last season, right? So that's what we want to see from the defense. Offensively, there was a lot of questions today listening to the radio, etc. And I want to get your thoughts. Jaden Daniels was only out there for 3 plays. They ended up having to punt. He threw an incomplete pass. He got sacked on the next play, and then it was a run, and then Chestaway was on the field. Do you think Jaden has played enough in the preseason to get ready for that first game versus the Philadelphia Eagles?
I don't think he's had yet, and I don't think that's on him per se. I think that's mainly just kind of how sports work. I mean, you need reps. You need guys being here in and out. You need guys being able to get those real game reps because no matter what you do for the offseason, you need to get game reps. So, yeah, I'm going to say he hasn't played enough. So I would like to see him. What a lot of teams do, they call the third game the dress rehearsal. So I think I'm kind of expecting that for the Commanders. But, yeah, the joint practice is going to show us a lot. I think he's due to play more in the joint practice than he did against Miami. I think it was split in Miami, but I think now with the Mariota injury and now because of how close we are to the regular season, he should be playing more. And I think the third game will be a dress rehearsal. I think we'll see him play for a couple of drives, 2 drives, 3 drives. So potentially expect that against the Ravens. But, yeah, if you ask me, I don't think he's played enough. I do want to see more of him, and I do want to see him trying to gel with these receivers more.
Yeah, I don't think he's played enough, especially after playing only 7 games. I think he needs to get a little bit of rust off of his game a little bit. But I got to be honest, me personally, I actually think this past weekend was the dress rehearsal. I don't think we're going to see him on the field Friday. I do agree with you, though, in the fact that we're going to see a lot of him during the joint practice. And I think that will be the quote-unquote dress rehearsal for the regular season, because then when you look at it, they're not going to be on the field for the next 2 weeks after that third preseason game because there's a little bit of time off. I think the work comes in that joint practice, but we'll see. We will certainly see. And speaking of the joint practice, so on the other side of it, right, the Baltimore Ravens, they're getting ready for that joint practice with the Commanders up in Owings Mills, Maryland. And, you know, they've looked pretty decent for the first 2 preseason games, considering it's a preseason, and there's a lot of high expectations for this. But as we talk about plays that are being run and all of that stuff, Jesse Minter was at the podium today and talked about how much more he potentially hopes to open up the playbook on Friday and especially on Wednesday in that joint practice. Take a listen.
Some. I don't know that we've shown all of our wrinkles in the joint practices. You know, those guys talk. And you know, you certainly have respect when you do the joint practices. You keep the film private. You don't share the film with other people. But there's stuff that gets out there. And so there's probably still some things I would say that you know, you may be holding close to the vest. But it's just a great opportunity to kind of work maybe a few more of the things that you're not showing in the games.
Yeah, so listening to Jesse Minter, it seems like we're going to see a little bit more out of the Baltimore Ravens. I'm assuming we're going to see a little bit more out of the Commanders. What's your expectation for the joint practice?
I think kind of what we were just talking about. Guys are going to get a lot more reps. We're going to see more of the starters because these are 2 good teams, and there's 2 teams that a bit of a rivalry. Not a big one, but, you know, when you're, 45 minutes away from the next guy, I think going to have a little bit of tension on those practices. But, yeah, I'm expecting a large fan turnout. These are 2 of the best fans in the area for sure. But I think, again, like we said, a lot of starters playing, a lot of physical play. And I'm really excited to see these playbooks. Both these teams had a lot of changes staff-wise over the offseason. So I think if you ever watch fencing, I think we can kind of see it kind of like a fencing match. Guys are kind of feeling each other out. They don't want to make any drastic moves. So I think I was going to expect in these joint practices, but I'm very excited to see.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Last year, the Ravens canceled the joint practice leading up to it like days before. Hopefully that doesn't happen this time around and they get it done. But Tiger, we got to move on. Coming up on the show, we're going to talk about the Washington Mystics because they clinched a playoff spot for the first time since 2023. I got a chance to catch up with the play-by-play announcer Dorian Kraft on Monumental. We have that conversation coming up next on GameNet. Welcome back into Game Night. Derek Forrest. Earlier today, I caught up with the play-by-play announcer over on Monumental Sports and Entertainment, Dorian Kraft. We actually go back a long ways in our career. We worked in the same market together back when we were both in Kentucky, but able to catch up with her, talk about the Mystics. They're 21-15. They clinched a playoff berth for the first time since 2023, and we talked about how big this is for the franchise.
I think it's just been a really fun experience to be part of the team for the Mystics. The one thing I hear people talk about so much when they talk about the Washington Mystics this season is just how much fun this team is to watch, and you feel that joy come across in the way that they play. And I think it's very rewarding for them to finally get back into the postseason for the first time since 2023. It took a lot of grit and determination yesterday at Portland, but Sydney Johnson has said time and time again over the course of the season, toughness and togetherness has been the recipe for success, and I think we saw that play out yesterday.
Dorian, you mentioned Sydney Johnson, and we don't get to see a lot of him, but we definitely get to see like what he's like after a game with all the videos and stuff that the Mystics post. What effect has Sydney really had on this roster?
Well, I mean, let's be honest, those post-game locker room videos are amazing. Everyone loves them. And we as a broadcast team the other day recreated our favorite Sydney Johnson celebratory dances. So, he definitely has that going for him. But, he's talked about the joy that this team brings him because they're so young and fun and free. And, Cody McMahon told us all the way back in June when they went on the road and beat Minnesota at Minnesota on Father's Day that having a coach that believes in them the way that Sydney Johnson does, it makes them want to play for him. So I think you're really seeing kind of that symbiotic relationship between coaches and players that you would hope that they would have. But really, this is just a coach that is poured in and a franchise really that's poured into these players, player development, and you're seeing it pay dividends, leaps and bounds from game to game.
Pretty much the entire season, the Mystics have been playing 500 ball, but then they went on that 7-game winning streak. How much did that 7-game winning streak help with their confidence?
Well, anytime you go on a 7-game winning streak, your confidence is going to go sky high. And yes, the conversation the last 2 years has been how young the team is, but the players have pretty much told us we're tired of hearing about it. We know we're young, but that doesn't bother us. That's not an excuse. Nobody feels sorry for us that we're young, and they feel like they can play with anyone, they can beat anyone. They proved that during the 7-game winning streak. They proved it time and time again over the course of the season. So I think the growth and the confidence, we're seeing that really spill out on the court. And this team has a great philosophy when it comes to having short-term memory. We've talked to the players about that. They're able to go play to play, game to game, and really have that short memory that's allowed them to have those incremental improvements game after game. And again, it's a major reason why right now they're back into the playoffs.
When we talk about some of the veterans on the team, Rich Kira Austin is one of the vets who have been here for a little while. She's having a career year. How much has her veteran leadership really helped get the franchise to this next step to getting into the postseason?
Yeah, I think you can't quantify the leadership of Shakira Austin this year. I mean, we can talk about the numbers. I know she posted the career high 31 points yesterday. And Christy and I have said on the broadcast before, we think that she should have been an all-star. Let's be honest about it. Sydney Johnson has said as much. I know that she didn't make the team this year. I think the voting hit when she had a little bit of the dip in the numbers, but she's proved after the all-star break and since midway through July that she absolutely should have been an all-star, but she should be in the conversation for most improved player of the year, all league, all defense. And she is having a tremendous season. And she told us before the season started, when she went overseas to play ahead of the season, she knew that if she came back to Washington, it was going to be with a young, inexperienced team. And so she really wanted to take that time overseas to really work on her leadership skills, to take ownership, to be more vocal, to take on a bigger role so that when she came back to the district, she could pour into the rest of her teammates and pour into this franchise. And again, I think you're seeing that play out. She said that she wants those big moments. She wants to be that go-to person. And she has proved day in and day out why she is a franchise player.
Yeah, and on the same lines, we have another kind of veteran in the league, but really first year here with the Mystics and Michaela Onyenwere. She's been an amazing role player as well. How does she fit into this team as well?
Well, I think one of the things that I love the most about Michaela, I love her game, but I also love that she chose to come here. She said this was really the first opportunity that she's had to survey and decide where she thought that she was the best fit. Now, obviously, she has prior history with Sydney Johnson from their time together in Chicago, but she came here with a purpose. She felt like she was going to be a good fit for this system. I know the addition of Benajelini Hamilton, those two already have that established relationship from when they were in New York together. But Michaela has done a really nice job of being kind of that secondary coach on the floor for Sydney Johnson with that veteranship that she provides. And, she's always out there talking, encouraging. You can see her in really building on her assistant coaching last year at UCLA. She said that helped her tremendously in feeling like she can vocalize the things that she's seeing and kind of be that conduit between the coaching staff and the players.
Lastly, what was the vibe last night after the game? What was the messaging from coach? All of that stuff as they prepare for this final stretch. I think 8 games left in the regular season, so they want to keep that momentum going.
Yeah, I mean, the vibe in the studio, unfortunately, with them being on the road, we didn't get to be there in person for when they found out that they clinched. I'm not even sure if they knew when they came off of the floor just because the Chicago Indiana game was
Mm.
finishing at just the same time. The vibe in the studio, we were ecstatic, and especially considering that it ended at just the time that we were able to bring that to Mystics fans. That was something that was really special. But, over the last few weeks, the players and the coaching staff, they've really leaned into wanting 44 and more. This is not just hey, this is the end of the season. Like, let's make it to the finish line. Sydney Johnson has said, we're gearing up. There's still basketball to play. There are still things that we can do better. So we're using this time to fine tune all of those things that we've still been working on the course of the season so that when we hit the postseason, it is full go time.
All right, coming up on the show, we're going to continue our countdown to kickoff series as the high school football season is going to kick off later this week in Virginia. So we're going to check in on a couple of Virginia teams, Battlefield and Loudoun Valley. That's coming up next on Game Night. Welcome back into Game Night. Derek Forrest. We're going to continue our countdown to kickoff series, and we're going to be in Virginia today. Virginia is actually going to kick off Friday, and we'll have all that coverage Friday night on Game Night at 11 p.m. But we want to talk about Battlefield, the Bobcats. They finished 10-2 last year coming out of Haymarket, Virginia, and they lost in the postseason to North Stafford. Ironically enough, that too they're going to play this Friday to kick off the season. Our Jake Rom caught up with Battlefield.
As you go into new seasons, and obviously the Battlefield brand speaks for itself, especially in football and what you guys have been able to accomplish over the past couple of seasons. How do you, though, when you get a new class and you get guys that graduate and you have the new wave kind of come up, how do you get them to buy in on the Battlefield brand and what you guys are trying to accomplish here?
We just talk about the standard being the standard, and we don't have rules. We have standards that we expect them to meet, and really because we have such great leadership in our older classes that it makes it easier when they're living the standard, then it just becomes the standard and the expectation. So again, but that's because of because of the players. It's easy for me to say that as a coach, but if we didn't have great players, and we wouldn't be near as successful as what we are. They're able to overcome my coaching quite a bit.
Speaking of North Stafford, the team that knocked you guys out of the playoffs last year, you guys beat them at the beginning of the season. And then, they end up beating you guys, winning the region, going to the state championship game. Motivation into this year. Going 1-0 thing, you can go 1-0 against them. How much motivation do you guys have coming
in on Loudoun Valley? They like Battlefield. They finished 10-2 on the season. Their last game, they lost to Loudoun County in the postseason. They're going to start on Friday on the road, taking on Millbrook. Or Jake Rom caught up with the Loudoun Valley Vikings.
You mentioned that this senior class and this group of guys can have the possibility and have the chance of accomplishing some great things here this upcoming season. What is it about the senior class? What is it about this group of Loudoun Valley Vikings that you believe is different than years past?
Well, the senior class this year is small in regards to numbers compared to some other years, but also the core that's here. They've been really, many of them 3- and 4-year starters, and they've seen it all, they've done it all, they've experienced, they're veterans. So I really feel like these are the guys that is going to lead us to great success, whatever the case may be. And like last year we had a goal of practice on Thanksgiving, we accomplished that. This year we got a goal of practice in December, and I think the senior class has embraced that and they put in the work, and now hopefully they can lead us there.
You guys had a very successful 2025 year, all the way to the region championship. Obviously, this team wants more. You heard Coach a little bit ago, talk about what this team can do and, the possibilities of what you guys can accomplish. But taking it one game at a time and taking it one day at a time, just how do you approach this season knowing that there's so many goals and aspirations you guys have?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely just got to take it one game at a time, We got to make sure we don't overlook any opponent, Each team, they come to win, Each purpose of the game is you want to win. So we got to take each opponent carefully, can't overlook anyone, just come to win each game.
All right, the high school football season, that's going to kick off in Virginia starting this Friday night. Of course, we're going to have all the coverage on game night at 11 p.m. on DC News Now. Coming up on the show, we're going to hear from Jesse Minner one more time. There's a wave of players going from the NFL back to college. He gave his thoughts today, coming up next on game night. Welcome back into Game Night. Derek Forrest. Earlier today, Jesse Minner spoke on a topic that we're starting to see over the last couple of weeks, maybe even a month, where there's a wave of players that who are no longer playing in the NFL, who are now going back to college because they're eligible. He was asked about that today after Ravens practice as they prepare for the Commanders. Here's his thoughts.
I hadn't heard much about it, and then somebody was like, a guy is going to go straight from getting cut from an NFL team back to play for a college team. It is what it is. I feel like I don't think anybody really wants that to be the case, but the courts have allowed it, so it's all good, man. Those guys are probably just trying to figure out how to get the best players they can, so they're taking advantage of the situation. But yeah, it's just kind of crazy, I would say.
Yeah, the fact that players are going from the NFL back to college, I mean, you can't blame them if there's money there and they can still play at the college level for the person. That's great. But for the competitiveness, these guys are going to be so much better than the guys that they're playing against in college football. I'm against it. But as Mentor said, the courts are allowing it, so here we are. But that's going to do it for another edition of Game Night. For Tiger Munn, who we saw earlier, I'm Derek Forrest. Have a good night.